Good morning and welcome to another interesting edition of the Living Well Show. My name is Ethel Poplampo. If you missed me last week, don't worry, I am here and I'll make it worth your wait. Today, we are going to be talking about one of the most important, everybody is important, but then these people are quite close to my heart and dear to me. So we are going to be talking about midwives since yesterday was a special day to them. So you can find us live on Facebook at Metro TV Ghana and also on Twitter at Metro TV GH. So if you want to step out, it's a Thursday day. I understand you want to step out with your friends. Don't worry, you can carry us along. My name is Ethel Poplampo. This is the Living Well Show. We are going to be talking about midwives, as I mentioned earlier. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. With us, as I mentioned earlier, today we are talking about the midwives. Yesterday was the International Day of the Midwives, and it was under the theme International Day of the Midwife, together again from evidence to reality. So today I'll be talking to two beautiful, they are so gorgeous and they are so smiley midwives. We will be talking about what midwifery is, what it is now, and what they are expecting in the future. Thank you, ladies, for joining me. So, you know, on this show, we don't do any regular introduction. So let's take the profiles of my guests.
Rubina Agola Bimenza and Satego. She is a senior midwifery officer at Tema Health Center in Community 1. She has been working as a midwife for the past 10 years. A midwife expert for PZ Cousins Ghana and also ASC in charge. Her passion is to help all women in their reproductive age who visit her facility to go through preconception, conception, delivery, and post-delivery safely. Profile of Veronica Boate Amankwa. She worked as a staff midwife at Lekma Hospital from 2013 to 2018. Currently, she is a staff of Medina Polyclinic since 2018. She is the former PRO for NAM, Ghana Greater Accra, and currently the National Deputy General Secretary. Veronica is passionate about women and children's healthcare and always wants to extend the knowledge to her clients. The beautiful aspect of midwifery she enjoys most is to see a mother being discharged from the maternity unit healthy with her baby or babies.
Right, thank you, ladies, for joining me. If you really follow this show, you know how excited I get whenever there are ladies on the show, because most of the time you get a lot of male doctors coming on. And so today I'm happy that I don't only have one, two beautiful ladies. We are going to talk about a sensitive aspect of healthcare that most times people take for granted, but then it is worth discussing. Thank you once again for joining me. Right, so on today's Voice Pop, we'll take solidarity messages for these midwives. Stay tuned.
I would say Ayiko to all midwives in Ghana, all over the world. More grace to our elbow.
I want to use this opportunity to congratulate all midwives internationally and across the globe. We are so proud of ourselves, helping in the birthing process of new lives into this world. Yes, our work has been tedious, but with our efforts and teamwork, we have gotten to where we are today. We are proud of ourselves, and we encourage that with dignified and respectful care for our mothers, we shall get the work far. Congratulations to all midwives. Ayiko.
Hi, all midwives, and then Ayiko to your jobs. More grace to the elbow. Go there with vim. save your babies, save the mothers, and then we are fine to go so that we can achieve the SDG Goal 3. And then at the end of the day, God blesses us, our nation is proud, and we have a lot of presidents coming.
Okay, kudos to all midwives for your great work. It's not easy being a midwife. We hope that all your efforts and your attributes, whatever you are contributing to Mother Ghana, will help reduce maternal mortality. I would like to say that the work is not easy. Even with the little or no logistics, we are able to do something. We always improvise. And I would say we are doing the best. Let us continue as midwives so that together we can save life.
Midwifery is a very lovely profession. We care for babies, we care for the family, and we care for the nation. I will indulge all midwives globally that we should continue the good works, keeping in mind respectful maternity care. We can do it. Despite all the challenges, we will forge forward, and there is good prospect for midwifery from years to come. Well done, and ayiko to all of you.
I would like to take this opportunity to say a very big ayiko to my great women who have been doing a lot for our women and the unborn babies. With all these challenges, you fought hard. I call to all of you and continue to do the great work that you are doing.
I want to wish all midwives well. I want to encourage you to forge ahead, to continue with the good work that you are doing so that we save the life of our mothers and the newborn. In all this, we want to contribute towards the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goal by the year 2030. I wish you all the best, and ayiko to all midwives.
Let me also add my voice by saying ayiko to all midwives. And Antina, let me start from you. I call you Antina because I think we have a rapport.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how will you describe the midwifery profession now, from where it started from to where it is now? How wholesome has the profession become?
It's so wholesome, and it is actually bigger than before. Unlike before, years back, you need a nursing background, you need a midwifery background, even before you can progress to public health. All these ones were just post-basic. So if you are a diploma nurse, you need only 1 year. If you are an EN or a community health nurse, you need 2 years.
What's an EN?
Enroll nurse,
okay,
or a community health nurse. You need 2 years. So they were post-basic courses, which was done. But currently, as at now, we have straight diploma midwives, we have straight degree midwives. So the basic now is diploma. We are currently hoping so soon it will be even degree, so that the scope will be wider for the student, so that when she passes out or he passes out, she'll be more than equipped. Right now we are more than equipped, but more equipped to manage cases in such a way that will actually achieve our SDG goals. So it's now up there because we have doctors in midwifery now, we have specialty in midwifery now, then we have the diploma and the degree. So we are hoping more will come out of it.
Right, right. Mary, let me come to you. When I hear of a midwife, I just think about someone who helps you through labor and then you deliver. But where does the role of the midwife actually start?
Okay, Ethel. The role of the midwife actually starts from preconception.
Okay.
Okay.
Preconception?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because before someone becomes pregnant, you know, here in Ghana, we don't utilize our preconception care. That you will just be at the ward, all that you will see is a woman being pregnant. But actually, before you become pregnant, you have to see your midwife with your partner. Then you discuss how your reproductive goals are, when you want to become pregnant, how you want to space your birth, because it's to the benefit of you, the mother, and the father, so that you can welcome the baby, the new family member, into the family. So, but I think the education is very low. So people out there don't get the whole concept. If they know about it, they can come to us so that we discuss all these things. So we have to go out there, educate the public about preconception care so that all these funny complications that we see during pregnancy and labor can be averted.
Right. Midwives are very proud, not in a bad way, but they are very proud of what they do. They are very happy about what they do. They are very, I see them more as specialists when it comes to the medical field. But in Ghana, what is it like to be a midwife?
To be a midwife in Ghana, I would say is a privilege to be a midwife.
If you had to describe midwifery in one word in Ghana, privilege.
It's a privilege to be a midwife in Ghana. Because the reason why I say this is because when you're a midwife in Ghana, you'll be able to assess cases. You have the chance to diagnose and you treat the case.
So you're more like a doctor
yes.
and a nurse to the pregnant woman.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, yes. So we have this privilege. But the downside of it is that due to lack of logistics and the poor infrastructure, most of our midwives end up having back and waist pain. So it doesn't really make the work more enjoyable. Because if we have all these infrastructures and logistics in place, I think these problems can be taken care of. Because you're not going to put in much energy.
Right. Antina, I'll throw the same question to you. If you had to describe midwifery in Ghana in one word. She said privileged, but then she also has a down part to the privilege. Yes. What would your word be?
Innovative.
Innovative.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll use innovative. Like for what my colleague just said, you always have to think ahead. You always have to improvise. You always have to make it work. And it's so tedious, it's so stressful, and it's so cumbersome, if I should use that word, these 3 words. So you have to be innovative. One, staff is an issue per the structure that we have. No matter how big or how small the facility is, there's always shortage of staff. So if you are 1 midwife on duty or 2 midwives on duty and you have about 5, 6, 7 labor cases at the ward, and you are expecting in the next 5 minutes 3 mothers will be full at a go, and you are 2 because 1 will chaperone the other, so you have an assistant. You definitely have to deliver all these 3 babies at a go. At least I've witnessed and experienced some before. All you do is just change the glove, take this baby out, deliver it on the mother's abdomen, move to the next person. So if you are not innovative, 1, you get confused. 2, you don't even know what to do. 3, if you are not smart, you can lose the mother and the baby. So like I said, it's stressful, it's tedious, and it's cumbersome.
I'll stay on you still. Will you say that midwifery in Ghana is rewarding? Not salary-wise, but then personal fulfillment.
Yeah, it is rewarding because it actually pushes you to learn more, to upgrade your knowledge and the scope, how you think, how you perceive, especially mother and baby. So personally to me, that's how I feel.
You were talking about the educational system of the midwifery profession. Take us through it more.
Okay.
What is the training like to become a midwife?
All right.
In case I want to be a midwife.
Definitely. So we have either you can be a degree midwife or a diploma midwife. So let's start from the diploma. So the diploma is 3 years. You need your math, science, and English. So you can be a science student, general arts student, home econ student. These 3 students, I know they play a very important role because your elective either is English or French, either chemistry or biology or physics. Any of them plus the EMS, you should be able to do midwifery. Then there's a cutoff point, so there's a grade that you actually have to get before you be admitted in the school, which Ministry of Health, the training unit, they are responsible for that. So every year I know there are, they revised 1 or 2 before you can even pick the form. So the training is 3 years. The midwife does nursing at the same time, that's midwifery. So her major or his major is midwifery aspect. That is the midwifery itself, obs and gynae itself, the both the then also the minor part is the medical nursing, the surgical nursing, the public health, and the psychiatry. So when you look at
psychiatry?
It, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then even we teach sign language. And you are supposed to be very eloquent, good in your French a little bit, because now we are teaching even French. Because of the borders around us, we have people coming in to come and deliver. So if you can't speak the French, language barrier becomes an issue for you. So now all these things come into place before you can qualify as a midwife. Then you write your licensure. That is our regulatory body, Nursing and Midwifery Council. You have an exam you have to write. Make sure you pass. When you pass, then you can head to your national service, do your service, then you come back, wait for your posting, then you go and work. So it's from diploma, then the degree. So diploma 3 years, degree is 4 years. Or we have others who have already done the diploma and they want to do their degree. Per the institution, some institution the degree is 3 years, which is for sandwich. Others, if it's straight, is 2 years. After that, either you can go to Ghana College of Nursing and Midwifery, which is the specialty courses only. So they have courses solely for maternal health only. They have courses solely for the neonates. They have courses solely for family health. So everything about women's reproductive health is being taught there. So that is the specialty. So when the person passes out, if, for instance, the person did neonatal, you should expect the person at the NICU or the pediatric ward. If the person did family health, you should expect the person at the family planning or reproductive and child health unit or working with the adolescent. If the person did midwifery as its specialty, the person comes back to the ward. So either at the gynae, either at the maternity, either at the antenatal, you see the midwife there.
So all these specialties that you are mentioning, someone cannot do for the other in terms of rotation of duties. Can somebody from the NICU double as a midwife?
Yes.
Because you mentioned innovation.
Yes, yes, the person can. All I'm saying, we have majors.
Okay.
Let's take me and you've completed. We all went to Ghana College. I did maternal and child health. You did family-centered care. Both of us are midwife. You can equally come to maternity and come and work perfectly because you have the knowledge. But your major is family health.
Okay.
And my minor is family health. But they can equally swap us. But my major is maternal and child health.
Okay.
So I have a broader scope more than you because yours is family centered. Please, you get me?
Yeah, I get
Then when you go to Legon, Legon currently now is offering masters in midwifery. Unlike before, years back, let me say about 15 to 20 years ago, if you want to even do your first degree, you have to cross all the way to Nigeria. We're not doing it in Ghana. But now, we are doing almost everything in Ghana. So not necessarily crossing the border to go and have that education. All you need to do, just ask 1 or 2, pick your forms, and just make sure you make yourself available for the studies.
Right, right. Vera, let me come to you. Are there male midwives?
Yes, we have
And
male
they are
midwives.
allowed in the labor ward?
Yes, yes, they are allowed on the labor wards.
To deliver?
Yes, they do deliveries, they conduct deliveries. And you know, some women prefer the services of these male midwives.
Okay.
Because when you go to the north, we have some male midwives on the ward. And you know, some women don't allow them to access them.
Yeah.
But when they see the male midwives, they see them to be doctors. Because when you come to the ward and a doctor wants to assess you, there's no way you refuse. You see? So when the male midwives come in, they have the strength. You know, sometimes when you're conducting delivery and baby is too big, you can't even pull. When you have a male midwife on the ward, the person can equally do the same work. And the training is the same. We receive the same training from the same classroom. So they are also there. I think they have started the training again. They started some years back.
It went on pause.
Okay.
Currently, it's even on pause. They've not started.
Some schools are running it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Some
So I
schools
know
have
currently in the system we have 10 male midwives.
Okay. 10.
Yeah, 10.
Much for gender equality.
No, you know, it was a pilot program.
Okay.
Where we find ourselves as Ghanaians and the society we find ourselves.
Understandable.
You know, it's not, men will never allow a man to actually watch down there.
Because I was shocked she was saying
Yeah.
it's allowed in the north
Yeah.
because they are very traditional
Yeah,
and
yeah,
religious. So
yeah,
it
yeah.
was quite, but then it's also understandable the point she made about
Yeah.
they feeling more
Yeah,
capable
yeah,
and secure because
yeah.
their community is also
Yeah.
patriarchal. So
Yeah.
it's understandable. But then Vero, tell me more about the preceptorship, mentorship and training.
Okay. So the preceptorship, it's more about educated midwives and dedicated midwives at the clinical settings being assigned to students,
Okay.
or let's say young midwives,
Okay.
to help them in their clinical sessions. Because when they come from the classroom to the wards, there are some ethics that are being taught in the classroom that practically they don't even know. So when they come, this preceptor will take them through. Then when we talk about the mentorship program is about the same experienced midwives and dedicated midwives who also help the younger ones. Because when we come out of school, you know, the book knowledge is there, but experience-wise, we don't have that much experience. So these experienced midwives will take with the young ones and train us so that we also gain experience. Midwifery is not about, I'm going to try it if it will work, because you are dealing with 2 or more lives.
Yeah.
So these experienced midwives take us with the young ones, and those who are not even young, but they don't have much experience, they take us through the training so that we also gain more experience.
Right.
So that's the
Antina,
mentorship.
do you want to throw more light on?
Yeah. I would like to. Then aside that also, you know, every midwife, irrespective how old she is still so active, because midwifery, unlike other professions, even when you go on retirement, the skill, you still go with the skill. You can still work. So these are mentors and preceptors are there, what are there as a guide to chaperone our newly qualified midwives, especially how to even pull the baby. And school is a dummy that we use. You need somebody to guide you so that you bring out the baby out safely. You need somebody to actually help you to pick when you are suturing the episiotomy. It's not like any other picking. You have to pick in such a way that when you finish suturing and actually the woman, it's okay, she comes back 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you shouldn't see a fair. At the same time also, you need those people to help you. Some of the bleeding is way up there in the uterus. You need that person to guide you. See, when you are doing you deliver the baby, you need to examine the uterus. You need to look out for this. You've been taught in school, but it's not a human being which is being used. So when they are there and cases come, some you only hear it in book, you only see it on the ward. So they'll draw you closer. Those who are around, come and look at this. You see, this, that. So this is where we start from. This is where we end. This is how you go about it. The more they are there, the more they equip the newly qualified midwives so that we can achieve our SDG goals. That is the main concept behind having our mentorship and the preceptorship in the ward. Without them, it will be so challenging, especially when you come out like that. All you know is a dummy. Nothing more, nothing else. Right. But this one is for real. So you know it's not easy. The first time you do it, that's when you this is how it feels like.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So on that mentorship and training note, we take our second break. When we come back, the conversation continues. Thank you for staying. This is still the Living Well Show here on Metro TV. My name is Ethel Poplampo. I'm in the studio with two amazing midwives celebrating the International Midwives Day. Now let's go for another Vox Pop calling for action.
We need more programs and we need more advancement. So we also request that midwifery centers of excellence are established, new curriculum developed for tutors especially, so that as we get the knowledge, we can be able to impact it onto the students, and also for clinicians to go to the centers of excellence to upgrade, so that at the end of the day, we have a curriculum that solves the problems of the current day, because the current day issues are different from what our mothers experienced in the olden days. It will enhance our ability to do research work that impact the life of the population.
Midwifery is a very noble profession. Government and stakeholders must take midwifery very seriously in this country to help promote maternal and child health. Stakeholders and the government need to take a critical look at the rural areas where there is lack of midwives, the bad road network, no health facilities. We always see in the news where midwives or health workers have to travel a long distance, crossing rivers, riding motorbikes, where sometimes they fall off and hurt themselves. It's a very serious thing. So they should take a very good look at the rural areas to promote maternal and child health. In that way, they should look at providing the necessary logistics for such midwives, have a very good incentive for midwives who accept to go to those areas and provide health care, so that it will motivate more midwives to go there. Years back, there used to be, a transfer, or you go to the rural areas for some months, then you come back. But all those things have stopped because of the poor nature of the places. So they should provide health facilities, maternity beds, all the things that a midwife needs to work with.
I'm here to reach out to you as midwives. You know the world, and then the world is not appreciating us much, especially in Ghana. We do a lot that people do not see, but nevertheless, we are the next to God creation. God creates and then we bring them to the world. That is an amazing job, and that is a fantastic job. And then when you do it right, you have a clear conscience and then a good heart, and then God will bless you definitely. Despite all these bounds on us not appreciating, my dear, relax, because there is going to be a day that everybody will be fine with midwives and they will appreciate what we do. So let's do it wholeheartedly, and then let's put in our best, and then one day midwives will be appreciated.
Midwives are called upon to improve on their attitude to care. They are called upon to provide respectful care. They are called upon to ensure that they provide the needed care for the mother and the baby. What I want us to also consider and be deliberate about is on the mental health of our midwives. Our midwives are going through a lot of challenges, and sometimes you only realize these challenges when you talk to them and when you sit with them as a group to discuss these issues. some issues come up and some of the midwives even weep because they don't know that some of these issues that they are facing it's even affecting them. And so I want stakeholders to help us to develop deliberate programs, deliberate initiatives to look at the mental health of our midwives, especially those who are serving in deprived and hard-to-reach areas. They are going through a lot of challenges, and we must support them to ensure that they are able to live and provide the maternal and child health care that we are asking them to provide.
Ghana government, other NGOs who have the health at heart, maternal and child health at heart, please come on board in your numbers with your support, resources, logistics. Name them, anything. It could be a motorbike, it could be a vehicle, the dummies for training, anything that you can lay your hands on, please come on board so that together we can just prevent these deaths, because most of our maternal deaths are preventable and we can't see mothers just dying out of things we could do. I think together we can stand and do something better.
Right, interesting points made there by midwives. Anthony, let me start from you. What is your call to action? What would you wish stakeholders could do to help improve the midwifery profession?
Okay, so I'll start by midwife have challenges, lot, especially to do with mental health. And we are saying that the midwife needs to be well so that she can render her services. If she's not well mentally, she can't render those services. So we are saying that government should actually, currently as at now, GPIGO organized mental health resilience, a pilot program for only midwives in Greater Accra. And it's working perfectly. People come out, when they tell you the challenges they are facing, that based on counseling, advice, now they've actually grown out of it and they are rendering the services that they are rendering. You'll be shocked. So we are saying that the government should also come on board and support the other stakeholders so that it can be moved from other regions so that all midwives, especially those are the rural areas, they can also benefit, because mentally you need to be sound before you can be a midwife. I'm telling you, if you are not mentally sound, anytime you stand by a mother, I'm not saying that maybe through delivery you lost maybe a mother. Through that, anytime there's delivery and like you are on duty, you actually will recollect. Like the fear is, it will happen again. Yeah. People even panic and they just stand there. For you to just pull, so it's not easy. If she's not sound, she can't render those services. She needs to have that sound mind to actually render. So we are asking government to come on board, support the other stakeholders, and support midwives, and invest in midwifery. See, when a nation invests in midwifery, it's lots of money, lots of, because these SDG goals, I'm telling you, if it's not the midwife, you can't achieve it. If they achieve it, do you know how far Ghana will go? Like, will be that age that everybody from country will come and learn what the midwife is doing in Ghana, which actually helped for us to achieve that. Right. So that is my call to action.
Right. Vero, what's your call to action?
Okay. So what I'll add to what Antina said is that, you know, most facilities, we don't have a lot of logistics to work with. And it has making the work in the, let's say, the urban or the big facilities very tedious for our midwives. So in as much as they are providing logistics to the bigger facilities, they should equally take some to those in the interior areas or small facilities, so that cases that can be managed at the health center and the polyclinics, when they have the facilities, there will be no need for referral. And it will make the pressure on bigger facilities less. So we are pleading with the government and other stakeholders to also come in and support. And some facilities, their infrastructure is very poor. They have very poor infrastructure, so they should all come in and help, so that at least it will make the work easy for we midwives, and the pressure on those in the bigger facilities will be lessened. Because you can't go for training for 3 years or 4 years training. You will come back and be in your facility and not be working. When you get cases, because of logistics, you'll be referring to higher facilities. But when we have it, we all received equal training. What those in the bigger facilities can do, those in the smaller units can equally do the same. But since we don't have the logistics and our infrastructures are very poor, we tend to refer the cases to them. That is why this no birth syndrome has been happening in our bigger facilities. When you come down, midwives are there to work, but there is no logistic for them to work. So please, they should help us in that regard, and be very grateful to them.
So we are saying that equity.
Yeah.
Equity, that's all that we are asking for.
Interestingly, this no logistics facility issue, until recently, I thought it only happens in the rural areas, but then I visited some facilities in Accra recently, and they are BP check-in machine.
Yeah.
Almost all the machines in that facility was not working. I'm like, I'm in the Greater Accra region. Why is this happening? Then they have to hold the back of the. I'm like, what is happening? But Antenna, you mentioned government supporting stakeholders to make the midwifery occupation very, very, very wholesome. What has been the contribution of stakeholders like the UNFPA to the midwifery occupation?
Okay, we just celebrated our day yesterday, and UNFPA was part of the sponsor. Aside that, Momentum, USAID, and per the policy that will help, or there's a roadmap for all midwives in Ghana. They actually came together with all midwives groups in Ghana to help draw that roadmap so that every midwife will feel comfortable in her profession. You know that when you finish this school, this is the road you have to take. This is where it will land you. This is where it will take you. So there is a policy dialogue which USAID and Momentum and Chipaigo actually are spearheading, including UNFPA, all these people, plus Government of Ghana, then the Midwifery Association. So they are doing it in such a way that midwifery will grow. This logistics that we are talking about, education-wise, how you have to go as a midwife, where you have to reach. Then innovations, because the more innovations the midwife is able to come up with, the more lives are saved, both mother and baby. Right. So all these stakeholders play a very important role, very, 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 and they actually fish out. When you're a midwife and there's an innovation you've done, you'll be there and they'll just, we heard you did this to save a mother. How did you go about it? Right. They'll talk to you based on the little that you did. Based on that, they'll pick you out so that you can share your story with others. Right. So that they can also pick from it. So they are doing a lot for midwives in Ghana. Right.
Now, when we get to this part of the show, I'm excited because it's getting to the food point. But at this point, let's take the aerobics session.
Moving to our next exercise. I'm doing the spinning bike, one of the toughest cardio exercise workout. Ready, ladies? You ready? Let's give me some time, man. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. One. Keep moving. Yeah. Good. Keep moving. Nice one. Lovely. Yeah. And I give you sign. Then you're up on your feet. Up on your feet, and let's go. Put some swag. Nice one. Nice one, nice one, nice one. Stand tall, don't look down, man. Keep shining. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. Down a bit, down a bit, down a bit. Good. Swag, swag on the side. Let's go. Good. Good. And turn it. Come on. Lovely. Yeah. Good. Smile, smile. Yeah. Okay, with this, the toughest you can be on it for 30 minutes. For now, we're doing 15 minutes. Yeah, we take it slowly. When you come as a beginner, we take them through Then with that, move to intermediate, gradually to improve on your cardiovascular. Keep smiling. Yeah. Keep smiling. Nice one. Good. Hold the chest out. Nice one. Good. Lovely. Lovely. Keep moving. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Good. Share some sweat out. Yeah. Burn all the fats. Burn all the fat. And it's very good for your glutes and tone the legs as well. Come on, man. You need this. There you go. Yeah. Keep smiling. Share some fats out, man. I love that. Yeah. Keep moving. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. You like to challenge, yeah? Come on. Thank you. Thank you. If like the Smith machine position is good, you can only put this there. And yeah, we're going down. About 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go, keep pushing. I know it's not easy. Yeah, we'll get there.
Right, as you all know, exercising is important. In our previous episodes, we've established that every condition, being it mental health or preventive health, whatever your condition is, exercise helps you feel good about yourself. But then, Antina, how does exercise help a pregnant woman?
Okay, so it gives a wider diameter for the baby to come out, one. It also helps the mother to have a good respiratory and cardiac activity.
Okay.
So you are being taught how to do the deep breathing exercise before even labor sets in. So that when you are in labor and the contractions are so intense, you should be able to do your deep breathing exercise so that the baby can come out. It's not only about aerobics, it's not only about jogging or brisk walking. Sex also is also a form of exercise for the pregnant woman. So what I'll tell you, Ethel, when you are pregnant, don't shy away from sex. Have lots of sex when your doctor hasn't actually told you not to.
My director is so happy and he's screaming inside my ear. He said, come again, say what you are saying.
I'm saying, Ethel, when you are pregnant.
No, Fortune, when your wife is pregnant, listen
Fortune,
to him.
when your wife is pregnant and doctor says there's nothing wrong with your wife, that like the wife doesn't have incompetent cervix, have lots of sex. Research has shown that women in a week, at least you should have about between 4 to 5 times in a week. When you are pregnant, 4 to 5 times. You know, the semen has progesterone, prostaglandin. It softens the uterus. It makes it so soft and so moist. So when labor sets in, it's just that 1, 2, 3, it opens, then contractions is so rapid that baby doesn't keep long. Now, there's one thing I'm telling everybody watching. If you don't have sex, if no medical condition, doctor says you can, when labor sets in, the contractions are not so painful like when you don't have sex. You, for instance, when you go home, I'm giving you a secret. Before your menses, 2 or 3 days, try and have sex. Those cramps, you never feel it. The blood flow will come and you'll be like, oh, it has come. I thought, hey, I didn't even check my app.
Yeah.
I just messed up myself. It's just equivalent to labor.
Right.
So equivalent. So we need women to have lots of sex. When they are I always drama at any time I get the opportunity, have sex.
Right.
And those back pain that they complain about, my waist, when you do all you barely even complain of those things.
Antina,
yeah.
On that interesting note, let's talk about another interesting thing in my life. See, whenever you see me sad, not in the mood, give me food, and I'm happy. On that food note, let's take the foodies joint.
Great to have you back on the Living Well Health Show here on Metro TV. My name is Dale Freeman. I am the executive chef here at Elisa Hotel in Northridge in Accra. Today we're still on the breakfast theme, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a nice selection of pan-roasted nuts with honey and in Greek yogurt. So let's start cooking. So I've got my pan on. What we're going to do is we're going to pan roast these nuts. By doing that, we're going to take all the oils out of the nuts. Now the nuts that we've got today is we have unroasted, unsalted cashew nuts. We've got some walnuts here. We also have some almonds. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to roast them off. So let's start. So we're going to put our nuts in. And what we want to do is dry roast them, just to let the natural oils come out. So, as we can see, the smells of these are coming off nicely, and we're starting to toast the nuts nicely. Okay, so what we're going to do is to throw a little bit of water in there. Throw some honey. Okay, so honey is very good. It's a natural sweetener. So I just want to bring that up to the boil. I'm going to take my rolled oats. Some rolled oats in there. Sesame seeds. So now we've got nicely caramelized. First things first is bring our nuts over. We have a martini glass. I'm going to take some nuts and also the rolled oats. Give it a toss around. With that, take some of our yogurt. Again, take some of our oats. So we're building up the layers, so when you dive in, every mouthful will have some nuts. We'll take our mint, and a little garnish. So here we have it. This is our pan roasted selection of nuts and also honey and natural yogurt. This is an ideal breakfast. This is fantastic. I love this. So you dive in, you get the nuts, you get the sweetness, you get the sourness of the natural yogurt. This is a starter for the day for anyone. And give it a go.
All right, thank you for staying. Now, answer now quickly. The food we saw.
Okay.
How is it good for pregnant women?
Very, very good. It's a high fiber diet. At the same time also, it's a 4-star diet. So every mother needs that 4-star diet. So protein, carbohydrates, fats and oils, fruits and vegetables, then water. Water stands on its own. Then high fiber prevents constipation. When you are pregnant, because there's lower of estrogen in your system, constipation is really a problem. So when you take diet like this, it is nutritious, one, because the Greek yogurt has magnesium and calcium, because the basics is milk. When you look at the fiber, that one is carbohydrate. At the same time also, we had some protein, plant protein in it. Then we had honey, so that's sweetener. So when you put all these together, it's wholesome. It's good for brain development, one, for eyesight, two. So all the that parts of the body contributes. Just this small thing that you just saw actually is very, very, very good for the pregnant woman and the baby in utero.
Right, my producer and director, they are telling me we've run out of time. So Antina, let me take your final words, then Vera, take your final words, then we wrap up.
I'm saying that the midwife lives counts. The government should invest in midwifery. And we are saying that every year we come to celebrate, but we want next year our mothers to know that things will be better than this year. We are going to beef up our game, make sure every woman that passes through our hands wants a baby. and wants to go home and meet her family, we'll try as much as we can, 99%, to actually achieve that.
Right.
Okay.
The final words.
So I will tell my fellow midwives out there that we have to respect the rights of our women and also teach them their responsibilities. When a mother knows her responsibility and she comes in labor or comes to us for our service, the work will be very easy because I will respect her right. She knows what she's supposed to do. So the work that I'm doing on the ward will become very easy. Then in the long run, these complications that we see during antenatal, delivery and postnatal will be averted because there is cordiality between the midwife and the mothers.
Right. Thank you very much, Antina. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It has been an interesting and educative show today. I enjoyed every bit of it, and I'm so grateful you took time out of your busy schedule to come and see me. Right, my name is Ethel Poplampo. This is the Living Well Show. Thank you for being a part of the show. See you next week.